This is The Spot, a BYU-Idaho radio production where we talk about what you talk about at BYU-Idaho. Today we are here with
Noah Allen,
Abigail Maxfield,
and my name is Grace Andrus. Today we are talking about screen time. And yeah, just like all the hours we give our screens,
oh my gosh, I know.
all the hours we shouldn't give our screens,
Yeah.
what that means, I don't know. With like social media, Netflix, streaming services, shout out, use my
Shopping.
discount code. Just kidding.
Use my discount.
link in bio.
Link in bio.
20%. Oh, I shouldn't have clapped. 20% for off of Netflix if you guys are wanting it.
Dang, that's a pretty good deal, actually.
I know. Just kidding.
But you can't actually do that
Yeah.
because my name's not associated with that.
Sorry, Noah. My apologies. Anyways, so we're talking about social media and how we manage our screen time, if we should be managing it, or if we are perfect and awesome and we aren't addicted. So let me ask you this. How much time do you guys spend on your phone? What's your daily average? Do you guys know?
I don't know.
Can you?
I was going to say, I actually checked mine just now,
I was going to say I can pull it up, I guess.
and I'm horrified, but that's okay.
I'm horrified.
Wait, how do I go? There we go. Last week. Okay, last week my daily average was 4 hours a week. So if you do the math, that's 20 hours a week, and that's a part-time job. And I get no benefits from that part-time job.
No dental,
No
no
dental,
nothing.
no health, no eye care.
It's a bummer.
Okay. Noah, are you ready? You got it pulled up?
It's actually not loading right now. That's kind of awkward.
It's okay. There's no service in this
It
basement.
must be because there's too much screen time for them to load. They're so disappointed in me that they're just like, yeah, we're not giving it
We're
here.
not giving it to you. I used to be 8 hours a day, 7 hours a day, 5 hours a day. But 4 hours a day is like, I thought it would be a lot less. I won't lie.
Yeah, last week I was at 7 hours and 12 minutes
A day?
for the weekly average.
The weekly average, so daily.
I've been actively trying to drop mine the last couple weeks. So if you go back 2 weeks, there's 2 days where I hit over 7 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you go back to just last week, right here, I think. Anyways, I'm averaging about 3 to 4, which is still a lot, but yeah, not as bad as it has been. If I keep going back, I'm like, oh my gosh, those are my numbers.
Yeah, I should not have gone further back.
Yeah.
I know, I just did too. I was like, and I'm putting that away.
Yep, and that's going back in my pocket.
Yeah.
No, it's fair. It's crazy how much time some people spend on their phones. Like my younger brother, he's at 9 probably hours a week. He's 12, which is crazy because he goes to school for 8
I was
hours.
going to say, how does he have time?
I really don't know how that works out. And then our good friend, we won't name her, but she's at 11 to 12 hours a day. I mean, her job is social media, but still, I'm like,
So is mine.
oh, that's fair. And you're at 7?
Yeah, 7.5-ish, yeah.
Do you guys do anything to manage your screen time, or are you just kind of free?
I've set restrictions on mine before,
Mhm.
and they didn't really work because I knew the password, which was obviously kind of twisted that that's the way it worked, but it's very easy to set the password as something I know and then just type it in when I'm requesting more time. So that didn't work, and I'm trying to think of more ideas.
Yeah.
I've seen my 2 friends that are married. They have each other's screen time passwords.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So if they want more time, they have to go to their spouse. And I think it was funny because we were hanging out and they wanted to show something on Instagram, and he was like, "Babe, will you put in my screen time password?"
Yeah. You see that little hourglass on their phone, and they're just like, can I request more time?
Can I request a put?
Please.
Just 1 more hour.
Yeah.
It's easy to just be like, ignore for 15, ignore
Right.
for 15, ignore all day, ignore all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's brutal. I think for me, what I do mostly to manage it is I'm a big reader and I use Libby a lot, and so that is probably one of the top screen time in quotes things. But I don't really consider that screen time because even though I am looking at a screen, I'm not on social media. I'm not wasting time. I'm doing a hobby, and I'm I think reading is a good hobby. But anyways, and so I don't really count that. So if I see that I've spent a massive amount of time and it's because I was reading a book, then I'm just oh, I don't care. It's irrelevant to me. So that's one way that I've helped myself eliminate screen time is instead of scrolling, I'll go look for a book or pick up a book or listen to a book or something like that. And so that's a big one for me. And then additionally I set like bedtime reminders. Like it's really easy for me to not be on my phone like late at night because it goes into like bedtime mode, so I'm not getting notifications. Like when those notifications are gone, it's so much easier for me personally.
That's
No.
a lot of the reason why my phone's on Do Not Disturb as often as it is, because when I get those notifications late at night, it's really easy to grab my phone and get caught scrolling through those and then going further into my feed and scroll for even longer.
Yeah, it's also like there's like this like public figure. I don't know. I don't want to call her an influencer, but she just talks about a lot about like bringing back the 90s and how she just talked about how like one of the best ways she like tries to live like she did in the 90s is she just always has notifications turned off. So I think that's an interesting one because she just said it's so easy to pick it up, to look at a notification and then like start like doom scrolling, like just like never ending. And so I think that's one that I want to try more is like make sure, because I feel like I'm pretty good with like social media apps. Like I don't get any notifications from social media apps, but like other apps like Canvas, I have like too many notifications. I get Canvas notifications and then email notifications, and so then I get like twice the amount of notifications for like one thing, and so it's like, and that causes me to then like spiral as I like open my phone to look at stuff. So
I was gonna say that's because you get Outlook and then you get Canvas, and it's
Then you usually get like an announcement and the assignment notification and the email confirming both.
yeah.
or the assignment's graded and then the assignment's graded and then it's like feedback on your assignments.
Yes.
Okay, honestly, I don't know if I should turn those off though, because I have a professor who is really like only communicates via Canvas announcements. So I'm like, if I shut those off, I will definitely miss.
You'll miss something, right?
Yeah.
But I do get sucked in. I'll like be on and be like, oh, look, Outlook. I'm like, oh, Instagram's right there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for sure.
it's so easy. So I got this. I didn't get it. My boyfriend got this device called the Brick, which is like a outside device. So I put it on my fridge. It's like a magnet. And I have bedtime like at 10 p.m. And so from 10 to 9 a.m., my phone is bricked. And so in order to get unbricked, I have to like get up out of my bed, go to the fridge and tap my phone. And 9 times out of 10, I just don't have the energy. And I like know better. I'm like, if I do that, I'll never, And so it's been really good for me. But seriously, before that, I've downloaded every screen time managing app that I could. And everything has a way to just bypass it.
Yeah,
Right.
like a snooze or like
Everything.
10 more minutes or like pop it, like you said, pop in the password. It's like counterintuitive because
Type in 4 numbers.
And so the Brick has been nice because you can't bypass it. You have to have the device physically there. There's like 4 emergency unbricks, but like that's for however long you have the Brick. So as soon as you're out, and then it's over. But anyways, I'm just gonna plug that because it seriously changed my life. Like my phone shuts off at 10 and I'm like journaling. What? I never
Who does that in the big 2026?
Like I don't move my laundry from my bed to my chair. I do my laundry.
Heck yeah.
Okay, this is huge for Grace because I will say, I'll be the first to say that I am addicted to my phone in a way that like I really have no control. Like I have no like, and I'm trying to be better, you know what I mean? First step, acknowledgement, awareness. Right?
Yeah.
But I'm trying to like take it away so that I can like reintroduce it and maybe build stronger muscles. But right now I just have to have something else control it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I've heard about the Brick, and a lot of people are really liking it to reduce their screen time, like you said, because you can like control which apps you don't like have access to, and like what it like unlocks and what it locks. And so I've heard good things about it, but I've never like used it. And until you got it, I'd never like personally known like somebody with one. So it's good to know that you feel like it's working really well.
Yeah, I do. I don't know. I also didn't have to buy it because my boyfriend bought it, but it was like, I think it's $45. So it is
not bad actually.
It is like you have to pay for it. Like all the other apps that I downloaded, I just got the free version. So maybe the paid for version is like more like a Brick.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm just going to plug that because seriously, my screen time used to be 8-9 hours and now it's 3, 4, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
The addict.
The addict.
The addictive
Yeah, I'm like,
group.
I only smoke 1 pack a day now. It's crazy. Just kidding.
Yeah, it's only smoke.
Cut that out, everyone. Just kidding. But anyway, so that's what I've been using to manage my screen time.
Yeah.
But
for a long time, like just recently with like the new radio station job, I've like tried to get more social media just like so I can be better versed in like what all that encompasses like for work.
Yes, because you're brand new to social media.
Yeah,
Like, well, to Instagram.
yeah, to Instagram, yeah.
Mhm.
Because I had Facebook for a long time, and then for my mission, I had it. And then, like, if I'm ever, like, just scrolling on my phone, it's usually just, like, on Facebook kind of a thing. And so that's, like, my only, like, social media, like, outlet or, like, use that I guess you could say. But yeah, so I guess in my, like, I'm just wondering, like, when did you guys, like, have you guys, because I have a lot of friends that will, like, delete Instagram for a time or, like, delete socials for a time. Because they're like, oh, I'm just spending too much time, and then like some time passes and they get it back, and then it gets bad again, so they delete it. And so I'm like, do you find it easier to like delete them, or like do you feel like if you just like deleted your account that'd be easier, or like when did you first get it? Because like I got a Facebook when I was pretty young, and then I just like friended all my family, like because that was like kind of like the thing to do at the time, and then I didn't use it for like ever. Like until my mission. And so I was like, yeah, I don't like really do social media for a long time. So
How old were you, Noah,
When I first got Facebook, I was 13.
Yeah.
yeah, I think I
And
was similar.
I think Instagram I got the next year.
Mhm.
But to answer the question about like deleting stuff and whatnot, I have done that before.
Yeah.
There was one time when I was fully acknowledging how much I'd been using Instagram and stuff. So I deleted the app off of my phone, and I kept it off of my phone for like a month. And it was hard, but it felt kind of rewarding because when I pulled my phone out of my pocket, I felt like I wasn't doing anything with
Yeah.
it. So I just slid it right back into my pocket.
Yeah.
It was like phantom. You like
right.
pull it out and you're like, oh, wait.
Think somebody DM'd me or something, and then I pull it out and I'm like, I don't have Instagram anymore. So then I'd slide it back in my pocket. But like at one point, when I was going through that whole like month of not having social media, I realized that a lot of the time I pull out my phone to check the time, I'll see a notification and then I don't even read what time it is. So like somebody will say, hey, what time is it? And I'll pull my phone right out of my pocket.
Read a notification and pop
And then I
back.
slide it right back in my pocket. And I'm like, yeah, I couldn't tell you what time
No
it is.
idea.
Got to be at least whatever time. Yeah.
I feel like I've been there. I've totally done that. Or I pull out my phone to do something, like actually do something, and I just stare. I'm like, what am I doing on my phone? Like I needed to do something, and now I can't remember, and now I'm scrolling, and I'm lost in the sauce of the algorithm.
Yeah. Yeah, there are like some, I think that's interesting when you say like, yeah, you pull it out and you're like, what am I doing? Like, right? Like, I don't know why I have this in my hand. And sometimes, and I don't know that like everybody needs to do this all the time, but I think can be good practice when you're trying to like be more intentional at your screen usage. But on the mission, they have like the rules for how to use your phone. And like you talked about how like we're talking about how like you don't have it in the bathroom, like don't take your phone in the
There's no screen rooms.
yeah. And so like on the mission in like the guidelines for how to use like your phone as a missionary, if you're like, you know, in a mission that has like a smartphone. But anyways, it's like don't take it in the bathroom. Like you're not permitted to take it in the bathroom at all. And so that's not an option. You like hand it off to your companion. And then the other one that they have is that I don't know that it even says this, but it's common practice is you just state out loud what you're about to do on your phone. Like I'm pulling out my phone to read this Canvas notification, like some feedback from my teacher. I'm pulling out this phone to text my mom back. I'm pulling out the phone. And then anybody who's in the room with you can like, if you're on it for a little while, be like, hey, are you still like texting your mom? Or like whatever. And then you're like, no, I'm not. Thank you. Like,
No.
yes. Yeah. And I was literally just
real.
Yes. And so I was literally just talking to my husband about that. I was like, I think I need to like maybe go back to that because I keep finding myself pulling it out. Like, hey, oh yeah, like good idea. I'll text them. And then I'm like on it. And he's like, what you doing? And I'm like, I'm getting distracted is what I'm doing. And so I think that can be like a useful tool to like implement for time, like for a time.
I think too, going on a social media fast every month, just making it like part of your routine, like a month reset. First week of the month, last week of the month, just even if your screen time is super low and you're better than everyone, which maybe you are.
Hey, hats off to you.
Yes, hats off to you if that's you. I still think it would be good to just like disconnect with the world for a week and maybe use that as an opportunity to become closer with God or use an opportunity to become like more in tune with yourself.
Yeah.
And then just that in practice, I think gives it a better perspective too. Which I realize I haven't done a social media fast in a while because I'm like, the brick is so awesome, but like, I think it would be good if I took a step back completely.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I think the social media fasts are definitely good. Like for sure. Like when President Nelson like extended that in like the face-to-face with youth like so many years ago. When was that? Like 2017, 2018, I think. But yeah, that was like
A
everybody.
while ago,
Yeah,
and it feels like it was not that long ago to me.
yeah.
It was like how many years ago?
Like
8,
9.
Yikes.
Crazy. But that was like, it was like such a big thing, and like everybody did it. And I just remember like so many people being like, that was like so impactful. Like it was such a fresh start, such a reset. So yeah, I think like if you want to just make that part of your routine, like at the end of every month, like you said, like the last week of every month, like I'm not on social media, like period.
Especially with how angry social media has become with
Oh
like
my gosh.
especially
There's a lot of
politically.
hate.
There's so
Uh-huh.
much hate on social media, and it's so easy to get revved up.
Hmm.
And so I think even more to just, have limits around that, just to keep your happiness and protect your peace a little bit,
Yeah, I think so too. Especially like I was actually just talking about this with my husband, who's like a big psychology guy, like that was his major, but he was just talking about how um like extended and continuous usage and exposure to social media, they've done some studies that have found like links to, like you said, it's like super angry, where like the more you're on it, the more likely you are to like have extremist views
Mhm.
because you're like exposed to it so much, and it's like more normalized, and you get like on the fringe of like these ideologies and these groups and these like like-minded thinkers who are very extreme. And so he just talked about how like there have been like some links with like especially like recent people who have like gun violence in the US, like they found links so that those people are like chronically online, and like
they're being
and
fed these.
I was
really-
gonna
yes,
say,
and they're being fed
and
these
they're
really
only hearing the
views.
stronger sides,
Yes.
so that's all their brain changes to because that's all they're hearing.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
like
'Cause
it
if-
literally like rewires how
If
they
you
think.
hear the complete the dull version of it, it won't stick or resonate with you as well as the big extremes do.
It's
Mhm.
true.
Especially like repeatedly, right?
Right.
Like if they're
Yeah.
chronically online and repeatedly being exposed to that.
There is this documentary called, it just left me. What is it called? It's on Netflix, and it's like an hour and a half, and it's about technology usage. I cannot remember. The social dilemma. That's what it's called.
Okay, cool.
And it is really, really informative. And it talks about how, like, social media has become basically a business, and its currency is your attention span. And that's how businesses make money, is off your attention span.
Oh yeah.
And so it's honestly not even our fault that we're on it for so long, because, I mean, we're responsible, but we need to be a little bit kinder to ourselves as we try to break free from this, because there is billions of dollars in this corporation funding these geniuses who are trying to figure out how they can keep you on your phone.
Yeah.
And so it's a very interesting, and I should watch it like once a year because it's just good perspective thrower.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a question come up while you were talking. But when do you know that you've spent too much time on your phone? Whether that's like after a week or after a day, like when are you like, okay, I need to get a break, if that makes sense.
I think that there's probably like two parts to this for me personally, just because when I scroll, like when I just have like a long like doom scrolling session, right, or you're just like on it and you're just like mindlessly scrolling, you have like nothing else to do, and then I've done that for like several hours, and then I like finally close out and I'm just like, what time is it? And I just like, it's almost like I'm just being like snatched back to reality. And that for me is when I'm like, if I've lost track of time, if I spent that much time just now, like, oh, I started this around 12:30 and it's now 3, like I'm like, that's ridiculous. Like I immediately am like, that's too much time, like at once, like that's crazy. It'd be one thing maybe that was like broken up throughout the day in short increments, like, and that was the total amount of time. But I'm like, I know I spent like an hour on it this morning, and now I've spent like 2.5 hours. And so for me, when I get like that kind of like wake up snatch back from my kind of trance, I guess you could call it.
The
Like,
hypnotist.
yeah, like I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I think about like all the other things I could have done. Like, oh, I could have meal prepped, or I could have done the dishes, or I could have like gotten a jump start on this assignment. And like for me, that's one part. And then I think the other is when like I realize that I'm consistently going back to like just scrolling for my like decompression. Like sometimes people like are like, I just need to like decompress. But like for me, that is not a healthy way of decompressing. And so when I start to recognize that I'm doing that to just like kill time, or like calm down from like a long day, or like chill out, or like just like burn off steam or whatever, like that's when I'm like, okay, there's a problem here. Like I'm spending too much time online.
Mm.
So that's my answer.
No, those are like really interesting trigger points where you're like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah. I was just gonna say when I close my eyes and I can see my screen of my phone and
Oh
my
my gosh.
when it's like burned into my brain and I'm just like, yeah,
Retinas.
exactly. And then I realized, yeah, I've been on too long, so I need to get that out of here and think of something else.
Yeah, you get like those gritty eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You blink and your eyes are like sandpaper and you're just like,
Yes.
something's going on.
Mhm. I used to, guys, I'm serious. I used to be so bad. But I would get nauseous from scrolling. Like, I seriously would like be done scrolling and be like, okay, I need to be done. And then I would have like a upset stomach. I'm like, I have a problem. This is crazy.
I have a problem.
And so that's when I like downloaded all these different app blockers and tried all these different things and whatever, all these things. But honestly, when you guys were talking, it came up for me that I've never prayed and asked Heavenly Father to help me manage my screen time. I've never asked for help.
I don't think I've ever done that either.
Yeah, I don't think
And I don't know why, because I feel like Heavenly Father's probably like, girl, help
right
me
now.
out. I feel like he'd be excited to help us out because it is such an issue. And President Oak's talk, I think in the last journal conference, he was like, with screen time increasing and like hands-off parenting increasing, we need to be so aware of what we're doing and how we're spending our time. Said something like that. But anyways, that just called me out. So that was the Holy Ghost being like, Grace, you can access more help
Yeah.
in this sense.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's just so important to remember that, like, although there are so many awesome uses, I just think it's so important to remember that although there are so many awesome uses for social media, that there are so many dangers from like this prolonged exposure that's becoming so commonplace. Like there have been so many studies linking it to like anxiety and depression, and like we continuously like, and by we I just mean like we as like an American society,
You can say the
period.
whole world.
Yeah,
now,
like
yeah.
is like we as like as a society are like aware of these things, and yet like what is changing? Like, right, like people still scroll, they still go and they do this, and we know that like we're constantly talking about like the loneliness epidemic, and like but then like people are still just spending all this time on social media, and it's just like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy, and it makes people feel so alone. Like it's proven that it makes people feel alone. Like
Proven.
why are we still spending so much time on it?
Hey, do you remember? I don't know if your parents ever did this, but growing up, I'd be like, my tummy hurts, my head hurts.
You're always on that phone.
Yes, my parents would be like, it's because of that dang phone. I'm like,
Yep.
no, you guys don't get it.
Yep.
But it is. I really feel like, my parents were right, maybe a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I heard this quote during one of my classes on Friday from one of my professors that really I've just taken to applying in my life in several different ways. And some kid in my class, it's a photojournalism class, he said he was feeling self-conscious of the pictures he'd taken for the class. And the professor said, don't be self-conscious about them, be self-aware.
Oh,
Because he said when you're self-conscious, it causes you to kind of like shun away from it.
Yeah.
And I think that would kind of apply to this screen time thing. Like,
oh yeah,
don't be self-conscious of how much time you spend on your phone. Instead, be self-aware, because that's how you'll realize something needs to change.
It's true.
yeah.
I think that's such a good point because my other younger brother spends a lot of time scrolling. Like he goes to bed scrolling, he wakes up scrolling. Not to call him out, but it's just been interesting because I think he's self-conscious about it.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I bring it up to him, he doesn't want to talk about it, but I'm
Right.
like, but I don't want to, I'm not trying to shame him. I'm just like, hey,
Yeah.
let's just have some awareness here. Let's see what's happening, you know? And I always am like, what? Tell me about the last reel you watched. And he never can, ever. I'm like, bro, come on. Let's just be self-aware about this
Right.
instead of self-conscious.
Rather than making him like shun away from it and kind of like cower within himself, like,
Yeah.
what's wrong with me? It's more of a, well, I guess maybe there is an underlying issue that needs to be absolved first.
Yeah, like a coping mechanism
Mhm.
needs to change.
Absolutely.
Because I think you're exactly right. A lot of people are like, I have had such a stressful week. I have such a stressful day. I need to
I know I'm guilty of that.
decompress." Me too.
Mhm, yeah.
And there's nothing decompressing about social media. I'm just gonna, it's compressing, not
Right.
decompressing.
Yeah, like you're like, I just wish I was doing some of these things, or like I had funny ideas, but then it's like you're not really doing anything to, like stimulate
it's
any of those.
Kind of emotionally stunting. Like when you see something that makes you either really happy or really sad, you don't feel it as strongly as you would otherwise.
That's so true.
Yes, yes,
What
it's
the
so
heck?
true. I just had experience where I was watching a video of whatever. Anything makes me cry these days, I feel like, but I was crying. I was like, wow, that's so touching and so sad. Next reel, I was like numb again.
Right.
And I'm like, whoa. Like I was like, I need to get off my phone because that was a really crazy emotional roller coaster I just
Mhm.
pushed myself on.
Yeah.
but I don't know. I want to hear more from you, Noah, because you're a guy, and I feel like social media definitely tears at comparison and like with how you look and what you're doing and all these things. What social media do you use, and like what are your like side effects of social media?
There's not really a lot of comparison on my feed because I use TikTok and Instagram, and I have built the For You page brick by brick pretty much to give me what I want. But there are times when I see posts on Instagram from like my friends and stuff. Like Grace and I were talking about this before we actually started, but I was engaged and then broken up with before the semester started. And I've seen like my friends getting married and stuff, and that's really hard for me.
Yeah.
And like I used to think there were times when I was kind of immune to the comparison, that because people would post about how they were having kids and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm like 16 years old. That's not something that's going to apply to me. But then as my friends start going on dates with people and getting serious with people, and then they get engaged and whatnot, it really resonates with me that was my situation and then it wasn't, like in an instant.
Yeah.
So the comparison hits me really hard in at that point. But like my TikTok feed, back to that, everybody I'm following on TikTok is like people that I don't actually know personally. They're like people that make me laugh or sports teams that I'm a fan of.
Yeah.
So I don't really worry about the comparison so much on that front. So I usually dread opening Instagram because I know that I'm going to see stuff
know
from
what's
people that I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I open TikTok, it's just like I'll see something that makes me laugh for a couple seconds, and then my attention span will be gone, and then I'll have it again for another like 6 seconds to watch another video.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. What are like, I guess, your most identifiable side effects of being on social media? If you don't feel comparison, do you feel like do you just feel burnout?
So I was gonna say it's very draining a lot of the time.
I
Like
agree.
when I scroll too long and then I get off of it, I realize like I'm more emotionally exhausted doing that than I am talking to people socially sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
Which
Yeah.
is
That's so real.
it's
Yeah.
kind of wild because like yeah, like I'm scrolling on something and I'm pretty introverted usually. So being in social situations is pretty draining. But if I feel more drained after looking at my phone, I know that there's something that is amiss.
Something needs to change.
Exactly.
Yeah. Honestly, that's so fair.
Yeah.
Unless we forget also chronic back pain from sitting like this for so long.
Oh my gosh.
A couple days ago also, I was getting ready, and as I was getting ready for class, I noticed my thumb was shaky. So I texted my mom and I was like, I'm feeling really shaky today. And she said, it's probably because you were scrolling so much. So she blamed the phone as well. But I feel like there's some truth to that because I'm usually holding my phone in one hand and scrolling with just my thumb. So I feel like maybe she's got a point. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say yes, but like.
But I'm also not going to say no.
Yeah.
We can't give him that much credit. We really
Exactly.
can't. Just kidding. Oh, it's so hard because there are so many great things that social media has done for us, and
Absolutely.
it's opened a completely new financial market for so many people.
And I can talk to people on my mission that I'll never see again because I serve in Ghana, so I don't ever think I'll ever see any of those people again. So I can communicate with them on Instagram and WhatsApp and whatnot, but it's really hard because I feel like I don't want to be dependent on it, but I still want to talk to some of those people.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think that if we remember what the tool was created for, which was for connection, and not as a coping mechanism, not as a distractor, not as even entertainment. It was never supposed to be about entertainment.
I mean, the phone was created to call people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was never meant to like stimulate our brain 5 seconds at a time. So I think that can help because it is such a cool thing. It's such an awesome device, and being able to connect with people that you might never see again. I mean, there's some good things about that too.
Yeah.
I was going to say, there's more power in your pocket than was used to send Neil Armstrong to the moon.
Yeah.
Yet we use it to laugh when we watch these stupid, like 10-second videos online.
Yes. Yes. I was thinking about when I was thinking about this topic in this episode, I was thinking about agency and how Netflix, for example, here I am plugging my discount again. But like Netflix, we get on and we choose what we watch. We choose what we consume. But even though, yes, we have built our algorithm brick by brick, right? Hour by hour, we still don't really choose what's being fed.
I was going to say, it's still a curated selection. Like, we're not getting full reign to choose whatever we want.
And so in a sense, we're giving up our agency.
Mm-hmm.
And I've just been thinking about that and pondering about how important our agency is to us and to our Heavenly Father, that we need to be more aware. Like, if we're going to be on social media, we should make it a choice. How
Mhm.
much time we spend, what we're looking at, what we're doing. But, like, when it becomes mindless, I think that's when we have to be like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
so flat.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, like flag on the play. Something isn't right here.
foul.
Yeah.
It's been 5 hours.
Exactly. I wish there was a voice in my head telling me that.
Yeah.
Seriously. Okay, well, if I can ask a question before we end, I want to know what maybe you guys got from this conversation or from just self-reflecting on your own screen time that you're going to implement as soon as we end this episode. That might help.
Mm.
And if you guys want time to think, I need to do weekly fasts or monthly fasts. I need to be off my social media for a whole week because as a self-proclaimed addict, I think having something manage my time isn't teaching me any new skills. So I need to be in a state of learning. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do, should I do the last week? I'll do the last week of every month.
Heck yeah.
Boo,
Yeah.
keep it
Nice.
accountable, guys. Keep me accountable.
All right.
I like loved what you said earlier just about like what your teacher said. Just like don't be self-conscious, be self-aware. Like I love that because like we all know we have a problem. Like we can just all say that, right? Like we all know we like tend to do it too much,
Mhm.
like spend too much time. It's not good for us. And we know the risks and we know the like, all the things. But I think like actively talking about it with friends and like supporting them is like really important. Like Grace knows one of my good friends, like Lydia, but she like deleted Instagram for a while because she was like, okay, I'm just spending too much time on here. And then like another friend was like, oh, hey, I sent you like a reel. Like, did you watch it? And she's like, I don't have Instagram right now. Anyways, and so I think just like being like, that's awesome. I'll delete mine too. Like, let me know when you get it back or something. Like that could be really fun for somebody to be like, awesome. Like, like just feel that little bit of support and just like normalizing that conversation. So I think that's something I want to do just kind of in general. But for me specifically, I really want to go in and like reorganize my notifications. I feel like I just have like I said, like my socials, I have like no notifications on, and that's like the best thing ever because I just like don't even care what's going on and I don't pay attention to it. But for other apps, like I talked about like Canvas or like email, there are like some things where I'm like, I need to unsubscribe to that because I keep getting junk mail from them and I need to like turn off these notifications so I'm not getting redundant ones. And like then it like is just like the spark that ignites my scrolling, right? I'm just like on my phone and I'm just like, no, like no.
It's about 3 hours late.
Yeah, literally. So yeah, I think for me personally and specifically, I want to do like the notification like revamp. I want to go in and like adjust all those settings. So
Yeah. I think I might follow you in that as well.
yeah.
Because it's the spark. It like immediately I'm like, well, now that I know what's coming up assignment wise,
Yeah.
I could go watch reels.
back to enjoyment.
Exactly. Well, I was thinking about that, and I think I might try the end of the month fast thing, but I think I'm going to add a little extra layer to it.
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly. Throw a little twist, a little curveball. But yeah, I really want to use that time to write in a journal because I go to therapy every week, and my therapist was telling me that when you do stuff like that, you develop new neural pathways in your brain.
Awesome.
And I'd much rather have that be the neural pathway my brain has is to write in a journal before I go to bed rather than scroll for however long I scroll.
Yeah.
So like towards the end of the month, deleting Instagram or whatever, or all of my social media rather, and then taking that time to write in a journal will hopefully make that a habit, and that'll be way more rewarding in the long haul than scrolling online.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'm excited for you, Noah. That's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
be
gonna be
lit.
sick.
I can't wait. I can't wait when I delete social media to be like, Noah, it's time.
How's your journal?
How's your journal?
Reminding you. That's awesome. Okay, well, hopefully you guys, I hope that like we all follow through and
Heck yeah.
we can check in with each other and be supportive friends.
We all work together. We can all keep each other accountable.
Yes.
It's always good to have an accountability buddy.
And you'll be like, did you do your notifications? And I'll be like, touche.
And then you'll look at Grace and you'll be like, have you deleted your Instagram yet?
As I post a story, I'm like,
Exactly.
yes.
You're like, yeah.
Do you see that reel I sent you? No, we're gonna be better.
Yeah, we are.
And I think
We got this.
it's small and simple acts always
Right.
that will win in the end.
And you also can't dive too deep. Like, you can't just be like, I want to make a change, so I'm going to delete everything
Forever.
right now and never download it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
it needs
not-
to
that's
be
not how the brain
actionable.
That's not how the brain works.
Yeah.
Not realistic. Okay, cool. You've been listening to The Spot, a production of BYU-Idaho Radio. Today's hosts were,
Noah Allen.
Abigail Maxfield.
and my name is Grace Andrus. The views and opinions of this podcast are not that of BYU-Idaho Radio or the university and are solely the opinions of the hosts. Our theme music is Finding Happiness by DJ Quads and The Perpetual Ticking of Time by Artificial Music. To listen to more episodes of The Spot, visit our website byui.edu/radio and click podcasts. Follow us on social media at BYUI_The Spot, and be sure to subscribe to The Spot podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Have a topic in mind? Leave us a comment and let us know what we should talk about next.